Hey there. Ready to outsmart the system?
Hmm.
Today's deep dive is all about taking control of your job hunt.
Okay.
And we're using this platform called RoleCatcher as our guide.
Right.
You've sent over a bunch of interesting stuff from their website, so let's unpack it and see what we can learn.
Yeah, it's a smart move because the job market is a different beast these days. RoleCatcher isn't just about finding jobs, it's about understanding how to win in a world run by algorithms.
Right. It's like they're saying, forget everything you thought you knew about job hunting.
Hmm.
So, first things first,
Okay.
RoleCatcher keeps talking about beating the automated recruiter.
Yeah,
Is it really that much of a game changer?
it absolutely is.
Okay.
Think about it. Most companies use AI to scan applications now.
Right.
That means your resume might not even be seen by human eyes if it doesn't have the right keywords and formatting.
Wow.
RoleCatcher helps you crack that code.
Okay, so it's like having a secret weapon against the robot overlords.
Yeah.
But how exactly does it work? RuleCatcher digs deep into job descriptions, analyzing them to figure out what skills employers are really looking for.
Okay.
It's like they've found a way to translate what hiring managers want into a language AI understands.
That's kind of mind-blowing. So
Yeah.
instead of just guessing what a company wants, you can tailor your application to match the exact criteria their algorithms are looking for.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Okay.
And the best part,
Mm.
you gain this insight before you even submit your resume, giving you a huge advantage.
That's huge. It's like having a cheat sheet for the job market.
Mm.
Though it's not just about having the skills, it's about presenting them in a way that these AI gatekeepers understand.
Precisely.
Okay.
There's a whole new ballgame.
Right.
And that actually brings us to another crucial point.
Okay.
RoleCatcher isn't just about crafting the perfect resume. It's about understanding the skills that resume represents.
Yeah, they have this whole section on skills gap analysis, which sounds a little intimidating, to be honest.
It can be eye-opening, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The platform takes your target roles
Mm.
and compares your current skill set to what those jobs require.
Mm.
It highlights any gaps or areas where you might need to level up.
Okay, I see how that could be useful, but I can also see it leading to a full-blown existential crisis.
Yeah.
You know, like, am I even qualified for anything?
That's a fair point, but RoleCatcher seems to address that head-on.
Okay.
It's not about making you feel inadequate.
Mm.
It's about empowering you to take control of your career trajectory in a data-driven way.
So instead of freaking out about the gaps, you can actually do something about them.
Exactly. They provide personalized recommendations, guides, even potential courses to help you bridge those gaps.
Wow.
It's like having a personal career coach who's also a data scientist.
Now that's what I call a power couple. But
Mhm.
it begs the question, are we even calling the shots anymore? Or are algorithms really running the show now?
It's a valid concern, but RoleCatcher has this other feature that suggests it's not all about the machines. They offer something called reverse matching.
Reverse matching. Tell me more.
It basically flips the script. Instead of just applying to jobs, employers can actually search for candidates based on skills and experience. Think of it like a dating app, but for your career.
Okay, now that's interesting. So it's not just about standing out in a sea of applicants. It's about being discoverable by companies actively looking for someone with your unique skill set.
Exactly. And here's the kicker.
Okay.
RoleCatcher claims to have a database of 9 million employers.
9 million.
Yeah,
That's a lot of potential matches.
it is. But it also highlights the importance of being strategic.
Hmm.
With that many employers, how do you ensure yours stands out?
Right, because even with algorithms doing some of the legwork, you still need to nail that human connection, right?
Absolutely. And that's where RoleCatcher's approach to interview prep comes in.
Okay.
They seem to really understand that even in the age of automation, the human element is still crucial.
Okay, let's dive into that. They mentioned having a ton of practice interview questions.
It's like, over 120,000 to be precise.
120,000? Is that even possible?
That's what I thought. But it's not just about the quantity.
Okay.
They emphasize quality and customization.
So it's not just, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses a million different ways.
Not at all.
Okay.
The questions are tailored to specific roles and industries.
Mm.
They even offer guidance on how to frame your answers and what points to emphasize based on the specific job you're going for.
So you're not just practicing your answers, you're learning how to speak the language of the hiring manager for that particular role.
Exactly. And get this, they offer AI-powered feedback on your practice interviews.
Wait, what?
Yep.
They have AI that judges your interview skills. That's both impressive and slightly terrifying.
It is. You record yourself answering the questions, and their algorithm analyzes your performance.
Hmm.
It looks at things like your tone of voice, body language, and even the content of your answers.
Wow, it's like having a personal interview coach who can see right through your nerves.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's about identifying those subtle things that can make or break an interview, like using too many filler words or avoiding eye contact.
Okay, so it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And in a job market that's increasingly competitive, those nuances can make all of the difference.
So we've talked about beating the algorithms, closing the skills gap, and even acing the interview.
Right.
But how does all of this actually play out in a real-world job search?
That's a great question to really understand the power of this approach.
Yeah.
Let's imagine you're interested in a very specific role, a household goods distribution manager.
Okay, a household goods distribution manager. Not exactly what I pictured myself doing, but I'm intrigued. What does RoleCatcher have to say about that?
Well, RoleCatcher dives deep into this specific role, outlining the essential skills, typical career paths, and even potential interview questions you might encounter.
So it's not just generic career advice, it's hyper-specific to this particular position.
Right.
That's incredible.
What's fascinating is how this exemplifies the power of data-driven career guidance.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher takes all this information and tailors it to your specific needs, like a bespoke suit for your job search.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal. So let's say I've used RoleCatcher to uncover this hidden passion for household goods distribution. What's next?
First, you tackle those skill gaps.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about their personalized recommendations?
Right.
RoleCatcher might suggest online courses or workshops to beef up your logistics and inventory management expertise.
Right. So it's not just pointing out my shortcomings, it's offering concrete solutions.
Exactly.
And then, of course, I'd perfect my resume with those AI-approved keywords.
Exactly. And when you're ready to apply, RoleCatcher helps you target the right companies.
Okay.
Remember that massive employer database?
Right.
They connect you with firms actively seeking household goods distribution managers.
And let's not forget those AI-powered practice interviews. Talk about taking interview prep to the next level.
It's like having a crystal ball for your job interview. You'd walk into that room feeling confident, prepared, and ready to wow them with your newfound knowledge of, say, warehouse optimization techniques.
Okay, you're definitely making a career in household goods distribution sound surprisingly exciting. But seriously, this example highlights how RoleCatcher isn't just about tools, it's about strategy.
Exactly. They're not just handing you a fishing rod. They're teaching you how to fish in the vast and sometimes murky waters of the job market.
And in today's world, that kind of guidance is invaluable.
Yeah.
So before we move on, any other interesting nuggets about RoleCatcher that we should know?
Absolutely. One thing that really stood out to me was their emphasis on something they call the job search lottery.
The job search lottery. That sounds ominous. Tell me more.
Well, RoleCatcher suggests that with so much automation and hiring, landing, the right job can sometimes feel like a game of chance.
Okay, I can see that. You submit your resume into the void and hope for the best.
Right.
It can be disheartening. But if it's all just random luck, what's the point of using a platform like RoleCatcher?
That's where their perspective gets really interesting.
Okay.
They argue that while you can't control every factor in the job search, you can make smarter choices to improve your odds.
So it's not about eliminating chance altogether, it's about playing the game strategically.
Exactly. And that's where all those features we've been discussing come into play.
Okay.
By understanding how algorithms work, showcasing your skills effectively, and mastering the art of the interview, you're essentially buying better lottery tickets.
I like that analogy. Instead of just hoping to get lucky, you're actively increasing your chances of success.
Precisely. And that brings us to another crucial point that RoleCatcher emphasizes. The importance of skills over job titles.
I've heard that before, but it's always good to be reminded. Why is that distinction so important in today's job market?
Well, in the past, your career path might have been more linear.
Okay.
You'd climb the ladder within a specific field, and your job title would largely define your expertise.
Right, you'd be a marketing assistant, then a marketing coordinator, then maybe a marketing manager. Pretty straightforward.
Exactly. But today, the job market is much more fluid.
Okay.
People are switching careers, pursuing side hustles, and developing skills in unconventional ways.
So clinging to a rigid job title might actually limit your options.
Exactly. RoleCatcher encourages you to think about your skills as your superpower. What can you do? What problems can you solve?
It's about focusing on your transferable skills, the ones that can translate across different industries and roles.
Precisely. For example, that household goods distribution manager we talked about.
Yeah.
They likely possess strong organizational skills, logistics expertise, and problem-solving abilities.
Skills that could be valuable in a wide range of industries, from event planning to supply chain management.
Exactly. By shifting your focus from job titles to skills, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities.
Wow.
You might even discover hidden career paths you never even considered.
So instead of asking, what job title am I qualified for? It's more about asking, what can I do with the skills I've developed?
Exactly. It's a subtle shift in mindset, but incredibly powerful.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I feel like we've gone beyond just reviewing a platform. We've uncovered some fundamental truths about the modern job market.
I agree. RoleCatcher provides some amazing tools, but their real value lies in how they illuminate the bigger picture.
Yeah,
They're not just helping you find a job, they're helping you navigate the future of work.
I love that. So for our listener who's ready to take charge of their career destiny,
Yeah.
what's one key takeaway we want them to remember from all of this?
I think the most important thing is to embrace a proactive, data-driven approach.
Okay.
The job market is evolving rapidly, and those who understand how to leverage technology and insights to their advantage will thrive.
It's like we said earlier, you have to understand the rules of the game if you want to win.
Exactly. And in today's world, those rules involve algorithms, skills analysis, and a whole lot of strategy.
And maybe a little bit of that job search lottery luck. But hey, at least now we know how to buy our tickets strategically.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. I think we've given our listener plenty to think about.
I agree. It's an exciting time to be in the job market full of possibilities for those who are prepared to seize them.
And on that note, we'll leave our listener with this final provocative thought.
Okay.
If you could design your dream career based on your skills and passions, what would it look like?
What a great question to ponder.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, happy job hunting.